Hello everyone and welcome back to some more Rome 2 land battle action. And look at this. We are underneath the starry night? The wavy night. It's a wavy night. We got a nighttime battle here. We don't ever see these. This is pretty cool. I don't know if that actually gives any type of buffs to certain units. If they do better at night or if they can be... if units can hide a little bit easier at nighttime, if line of sight is impaired in some way, shape, or form. If it is, that's pretty cool. If not, it's not very creative of you, creative assembly. But that's neither here nor there. As always, let us go over the players on the field of battle, quickly go over army comps, and then we'll get right into it, shall we? Yes, we shall. So... let's see, over here, we have, playing as Tylus, Josh. Playing as Lusitani, we have Snowman, who is the one that sent in this replay to us, so thank you very much. And playing as Swaby, we have Cheap Brand Soda. Over here, Seleucid is being commanded by Lodestar Narcos. Egypt is being controlled by the legendary boss 187. And then Arverni is being controlled by Chile. Chile, I believe. That's what it looks like. So that's what perhaps it sounds like. So let's see what everyone's got, and then we'll get right on into this. Only a 17-minute battle, quick and, I'm assuming, bloody. So, looks like we have some savage dogs right there. Then we have some naked warriors. 1, 2... this is an interesting build, isn't it? 2 chosen swordsmen. 1, 2, 3 chosen spearmen. 3 Celtic warriors. 2 Oathsworn. And then we have 3 heavy horse. Now, the dogs will definitely come in handy against cavalry if this player knows that dogs kind of do really well against cav. That's kind of, from what I remember, what they're there for. Not to mention, I mean, they're also there for troops that are breaking. You send the dogs after them, and that gets them to break completely. I guess I should say they're wavering. And then you send the dogs in. And the dogs break their will, so they won't come back. Egypt is bringing what we got here. We have 2 units of Egyptian cav, 2 units of chariots. Interesting. Hopefully he'll be able to do some serious work with those, but we'll have to wait and see, of course. Thorax swordsman, Egyptian infantry, 2 more units. I'm assuming there's probably a third, or rather a fourth there. Some more thorax swordsmen across the front. We have to assume, of course, that there are more. Probably 2 more units, maybe 3. And then what we have as far as range, we have Nubian bowmen. They actually did not bring... oh, that's not true. They probably have a Gallic hunter somewhere. And then we also have 2 more units of Egyptian cav. So Seleucid is bringing... we have some mercenary Syrian war elephants. These dudes are seriously cool looking. Love the like the light blue and then the maroon and the well, I think this is usually like gold, but we can't really see it, or maybe it's bronze. And then the general is an Indian armored elephant. Not as cool. Not as cool. But you can see that they are. Oh, here's okay. Let's real quick. No, these are Indian elephants as well. All right, so I'm getting derailed here, but bear with me, please. The way that you can tell the difference between an Indian and an African elephant is that Indian elephants have smaller ears because it's, I think because it's moist in India, so they don't need to have as big as ears. I think that the ears are kind of a cooling thing, so that's why their ears are smaller. African elephants, their ears, obviously, are much bigger, but specifically, and of course we can't tell here, these look like they're just Indian elephants as well. An African elephant's ear actually looks like Africa. Go ahead, I'll wait for you to Google it. See? I told you. Anyway, What else do we have here? We have some Persian light archers up in the front. Not a bad choice to go with. They're not really breaking the bank by going with Syrians. There's no point. Still, I am of the opinion that skirmishers, javelin men, and the like are better bang for your buck in land battles. And then we only have 1, 2, 3, 4 thorax swords, and then a concerning amount of Thurio spears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Thurio spears. I love Thurio spears as much as the next guy, but that is a lot for a land battle. I am expecting Seleucid to not have the best of days, but hopefully he'll be able to do some serious damage with his elephants there. Tylus is bringing, what we got here, some noble horse. We do have some 3 units over here. What do we got? Light horse, Thracian warriors, and Celtic warriors. The rest of their build is light, light, light. We have noble horse, back line of Celtic slingers, of course, and then tribal warriors for the win. Swaby is bringing what we got with some noble riders, and then we have longbow hunters across the board. Not bad. I just don't dig that 125 range. I mean, at least they have 40 missile damage, but still. Spear levy, club levy, round shield swords, berserkers, sword masters, okay, club levy, and then sword master general. Berserkers could definitely come in handy at some point in time. And then Lusitani is rocking with, what do we got? Iberian Cav, Lusitani Nobles, 2 of those. So pretty serious infantry unit. Back line, Iberian Swordsmen, love to see it. Remember, they got that massively insane melee defense. Oh, and further to the point, remember I always say Lusitani does not have directional Iberian Swordsmen. You cannot tell them which way to throw their javelins. They'll just throw them. However, Carthage and Arvaki do. So don't forget that. Balearic slingers across the board. Actually, no, it would be... No, they don't get mercenary. They get actual Balearic slingers. Then we have Scutari spearmen. Are they? Scutari spearmen. Would they not be Italian then, right? So wouldn't they be mercenaries? Interesting. And then veteran shields across the board. It appears a very solid unit. Good to go. All right, so 17 minutes, 46 seconds on the clock. Let's get this underway. So right off the bat, Lusitani is shifting pretty aggressively. Swaby is moving forward. Tylus, for the moment, is not doing much of anything. Seleucid is kind of just hanging back. Egypt is hanging. And we have some movement from Arverni. I just am now actually realizing this, is that Arverni is probably a newer player based solely on how his army is fleshed out. Well, I say fleshed out, but I mean how his army is deployed. I guess we could go with fleshed out too, because I mean three units of spears, only 2 chosen swords, and then 3 Celtic warriors, and then 1 naked sword. I mean, don't get me wrong, they have good cav, but not to have more chosen swords. Very interesting. Egypt still holding firm. Seleucid is shifting, moving up his... Oh boy. Moving up his thorax swordsman to hold just this line here. Only this line. None of this. This does not count or matter. I almost drew a penis there. Just this line right there. That's it. Egypt is now finally moving forward as well. Chariots are hanging back. Egyptian cav has moved forward somewhat. Arverni is still moving forward in column formation. Which, I mean, honestly, if he doesn't shape up and do something, get some type of a battle formation going on right now, Lusitani is going to destroy them easily. Interesting what's going on here. There is a huge gap here, but honestly, these guys are too far away. They're playing too passively for this to be actually exploited, unbeknownst to Tylus, Swaby, and Lusitani. I mean, trying to clear this gap here in an appropriate amount of time to capitalize on this huge gap. The two here, Lusitani and Swaby, will see that, they'll counter it, and then you're not getting anywhere, and you'll either A, lose your cav, or B, your infantry will get shot to smithereens by slingers or bowmen, one or the other. Speaking of which, longbow hunters have moved forward quite a bit. They're ready to go. No, they're not. Swaby, however, is not paying attention. Egyptian cavalry is making their way. There we go. Is paying attention now. Woke up quick, pulling them back as fast as he possibly can, moving forward. The spear levy to counter the Egyptian cav. It looks like, however, they are going to get some of the archers there, but the spear levy's going to come in just in the nick of time to mitigate most of, if not all, of the damage. That's, never mind. I lied. Damage has been done. Seleucid now is shifting wide with his Thurio spears. They're going to move pretty far. Archers from Seleucid, though, are just out in the open, ready to get shredded by, it looks like, possibly, well, all the cav. Elephants falling back. We don't really know why they're doing that. They could definitely go and take out the light horse. Would definitely like to see that. Honestly, yeah, pull back, and then I don't think Noble Riders have jabbies, but he could oh yeah, get those archers over here. Get those elephants to go nuts and stampede all over the place. Egypt, all right, I gotta slow down for a second. Hold on. All right. Interestingly enough, Egypt is now, looks like, who is it over here? Tylus and Swaby, cornering them off, excluding the two of them from the battle going on with Lusitani, except for Tylus' 3 units here, and Egypt's 2 units of cav here as well. There we go. Gallic hunters are out in force, firing on down. Let's go back to regular speed. Unfortunately, it's not gonna be enough. Balearic slingers having a field day right now. Amino armor's 25 as opposed to 10. So Balearic slingers would easily be able to focus down these Gallic hunters and get them out of here as quickly as possible. Light horse charging right on into some heavy horse, being backed up by some Iberian cavalry, coming in hot and fast. And the 2 light cav possibly might have what it takes to take these guys down. Armor-wise, definitely not. Melee defense is pretty solid. Almost a full 10 points higher. Almost. Trying to pull out the heavy horse. Not really doing well here. Charge, what is this? Thracian warriors. They are going to have a field day against the cav here. Because the cav, those big old meat cleavers that they walk around with. Where are you? Where are you? You're going over here. Go over here. And now it is an all-out brawl over here. Lusitani, I surmise, will have a pretty good time over here with the veteran shield warriors going to be able to smash through the chosen spears, and you know, the only 2 chosen swordsmen to Osworn, so they're going to have, I would imagine, a pretty good time. Looks like one of the noble horse was already taken care of and is gone and out of here, right? Is that Iberian cav? Yeah, there they go. Heavy horse is gone. Not noble horse. And this unit is not far behind it, getting mixed in with some Iberian cav here, who is losing decisively, or just losing rather. But the Scutari spearmen are backing them up, so that's going to help out quite a bit. Meanwhile, over here, what's going on? We have an interesting decision by Tylus here. Managed actually to not lose anybody. These Thurio spears, they're going to be gone. They're done for. I love Thurio spears. This is not their fight. This is not their fight. So they're going to be out of here pretty soon. If Seleucid's initial thought was to just tie up Tylus or whoever he was going to be matched against and then send in the elephants, sure, that's a terrific idea. Unfortunately, there's a lot of firepower back here that could potentially cause some harm to these elephants and cause them to go berserk. Obviously, they could turn and go after these units up here. Or they could end up going after Seleucid's own troops. Meanwhile, over here, Egypt is in full swing against Swaby. Swaby actually looks like they're up against the ropes a little bit. Egyptian infantry is starting to waver. Round-shield swordsmen are starting to go as well. Berserkers are actually... they're losing decisively? Really? That is interesting. We have an interesting battle line going on here, too. Sorry, I'm going to have to slow it down again, but I need to take a look at this. All right, look. Pretty, actually, I have to hand it to this side, to Seleucid, Egypt, and Arverni. Whether it was intentional or not, Egypt and Seleucid have managed to tie up Tylus rather well. Granted, this will not go Egypt's way, but or rather Seleucid's way. But if Egypt can act quick enough over here, I mean, they're in such a discombobulated mess, sort of. Especially look at this blob of troops right there, and unfortunately, they are kind of getting their butts kicked over here. But if Egypt could press the issue, especially with the chariots here, if you can get the chariots in behind and just rake right across the back here, that's going to cause some serious issues for Swaby. Berserkers are getting chewed up, especially by these chariots. Already up to 42 kills. That is going to climb exponentially, most likely. So we'll have to try and keep an eye on that. I'm kind of rooting for the chariots just to do some like ridiculous numbers. Meanwhile, over here, Egypt's 2 cavalry are not doing too good. Egyptian cav over here starting to waver. They're probably going to be out here relatively soon. How do you word? And overall, Lusitani's done pretty good. I mean, they still have a full cohort of Lusitani nobles, including their general, who is right here. Getting on in against some Celtic warriors, get them out of here. Iberian swordsmen not doing too hot, that's no surprise. I mean, they are against Celtic warriors. That's a pretty serious threat. Oathsworn, however, how are we doing here? Yeah, they're winning. That's no surprise. Veteran Shield is doing what they can. Unfortunately, don't think it's going to be enough. Really, though, I mean, these Iberian swordsmen could charge into the back of these guys. That would definitely work. Remember, Iberian swordsmen are definitely better used in conjunction with your other troops. Good for flanking, especially because they have the javelins, whether they're, you know, you can select to fire or not. And they have insane melee defense, and they're very light melee, or no, they're medium infantry. Even with that 15 armor, which doesn't make any sense. It should be light infantry, but whatever. I guess because their weapon and melee values are pretty good, and their melee defense. Anyway, elephants, how are we doing here? 19 kills so far for that unit. Where is the other one? It's probably dead, isn't it? Certainly seems like it. I do not see him anywhere, so that elephant must have gotten focused down pretty seriously. Egypt over here tearing through the longbow hunters, up to 125 kills. Love to see it. This unit of chariots, however, 353. Okay, so he's doing pretty good. That's the thing with chariots. You can't just like send them in and expect them to do good, because they'll end up getting waffle stomped relatively quickly. Oh, we're still in slow now. Sorry, guys. It just, so much stuff is happening so quickly that I'm trying to stay abreast of the whole battle. Tylus' general coming in for a big charge against 2 of Seleucid's archers. And I hate that, man. I hate when you're like coming in for a big charge and then they just like kind of like stumble into the unit. They don't actually get a charge off. It's kind of weak. Oh, okay, it's still here. How many kills? 50. I would have sent them in instead of the general. Where is the general? Is he dead? No, he's not. I keep just assuming. Because they're glass cannons. Egypt still has some archers here who looks like they've managed to come back to the fight. If Swaby was paying attention, he could... Well, never mind. I was going to say he could get rid of these archers, but it looks like the tables have been turned. Lusitani, too, can come over here and help out. But he looks like he has some other things to deal with. Mainly one Oathsworn unit left. Which, in reality, you could probably just leave a handful of units. Maybe 2 or 3 at best. And then the rest should start making their way over here. 8 minutes, 20 seconds left on the clock. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, do all the cool YouTube stuff. Helps out the channel. I, of course, appreciate it as well. Haven't done one of those in a long time. But there you go. Chariots and oh my god, these slingers are not having a good day. Jesus. The elephants here, though, are out of control. But it doesn't really matter, because Seleucid's troops are getting decimated. Um, and this is the problem. He's only going to be left with 2 elephants in the long run. I mean, Egypt's doing a hell of a job. They're taking care of Swaby pretty handedly, actually. I mean, the thorax swords are all pretty beat up. Egyptian infantry, of course, especially, is pretty beat up. Are you actually 35? They're starting to waver too. Is their general dead? He is. Oh no, that's not good. How we doing over here? All right, so Arverni's gone. Lusitani is rushing over as quickly. What? How are you still here? All of your friends are gone. Anyway, Lusitani's rushing over as quickly as he possibly can to aid in the fight. Realistically, they could... Seleucid in Egypt with their generals left, and the other elephant, wherever it is, does it keep disappearing? Do the troops keep losing line of sight of this of the other elephant, and then regaining it? That's what it seems like. So maybe fighting at night does impair line of sight. But anyway, back to my point. With the elephants that are here, how many kills? 389, not bad. And the chariots, and I'm assuming that the other elephant is still alive, they could potentially wreck Tylus. Swaby's done for. There's nothing left of Swaby. They have 3 units left. Egypt could easily manhandle it. Wisely, Egypt is instead coming over here to try and get rid of Tylus as quickly as possible. I don't know. Is that the right move, though? Would the right move be coming over here to try and slow down Lusitani instead, and trying to do as much damage to Lusitani as you possibly could? Because again, if Seleucid still has one other war elephant, then they could just waffle stomp all over the place. Because Cab doesn't really do well against elephants. How are we doing here? 1 guy left. How many kills? 430. Not bad. Putting up some serious numbers. Here comes Egypt. Oh, I would have went for the general. Good awareness, though. Good awareness. Pulling away. There he is. There he is. Just sitting there. Does anyone have ranged units left? Honestly, that's not even really what you want, because then they go nuts, and then it's like, oh no, this could potentially bode well, not well. Did they get a bonus for? They do. They get a bonus of 10 versus large, but does that apply to elephants? You know what I mean? Like, does that bonus versus large apply to elephants? Because, like, look, they're literally tossing horses around. Oh man. Let's see. Where's Egypt's chariots over here? And then yeah, he's just like kind of leaving these guys. Looks like his general is dead. He should have utilized both. I mean, it would have been a lot of micro, especially after losing like all of your army except for 2 units. Alright, so maybe it wouldn't be that much micro to 2 units, but even still, I mean, 2 elephants, 2 war elephants, heavily armored war elephants. I mean, I think that they definitely could have smashed the rest of Tylus. Easy, no contest. Also, don't know what Tylus is doing here right now, but hey, there it is. Because if anything, I mean, Lusitani's coming from the front, Tylus is coming from the back, right? Sandwich them in. Get rid of them. That's going to be your best bet there. Swaby's still around. Egypt's still around. Well, Egypt's really the only one that's left. I mean, Seleucid's left, but the elephants are hidden. They don't want to come out and play, I guess. Super interesting. Slingers are facing the wrong way. Tylus, this dude definitely has ammo here. He could absolutely 100% swing them around and just start hammering away at either Egyptian infantry. Ideally, though, you would want to go after the side of chariots. I don't know how good slingers are against slide chariots. Archers are pretty decent. Javelins are always going to be the best. Javelins are always going to be the best for elephants and for chariots. All right, here we go. Tylus is moving. But honestly, I think I would... He's moving forward. And, you know, this is where Lusitania is moving too. I think it would be better if he moved this way. Set up over here. Tylus could set up down, like, over here. And then you really kind of have them, like, sandwiched and stuff. Or maybe actually Tylus should probably be, like, over here instead. And then Tylus, bloop, something like that. So they're sort of sandwiched. They don't really have anywhere to go. They have to pick someone to defend against. And there we go. Look at that. Called that. Keep in mind, too, I never pre-watch any battles before I record them. So, like, all, like, my call-outs, my, you know, what I think should happen, or what they should do with units, and how they should move, and what they should attack, and then it pans out, that's just dumb luck. Or maybe it's experience. I don't know. I've been playing this game for a long time, so... Well, I haven't played it for a while, but I have been spectating and commenting on it for 2.5 years, so... I guess that does give me some credibility and, what's the word I'm looking for? Tactical awareness, I guess, right? Oh, I guess that would be the right thing to say. Alright, Egypt's moving in fast and aggressive, wants to try and get as much damage done as he possibly could. Seleucid absolutely could come in clutch right now with these elephants. I don't know if he just, like, left or what. Kind of upsetting, honestly, because he could do... I mean, especially if he just, like, waited for the right moment for Tylus to get to, like, here, and then just whap right in front of him. Still has some thorax sword, too. 150 kills, not bad. Here we go, Egypt's moving in. Egyptian infantry taking on some light horse. Iberian swordsmen were pulling away. They're going to go right back in. They are, unfortunately, going to get flanked by the Egyptian infantry, but honestly, with that melee defense, they should probably be okay. Already, units from Egypt starting to waver. Tylus as well. Wild that they just... What did we do here? What happened? Conceded, right? That had to have been what happened. Why? Why does that do that? I didn't even touch anything. That is unfortunate. Didn't get to see how the chariots did, or at least the Seleucid general, but what are you gonna do? Overall, it was a good fight. I think it was definitely interesting in the beginning when Lusitania, Suebi, and oh gosh, who was the other one? Tylus split up. But that wasn't risky. That wasn't risky because the enemies were so far away. They had so much land to traverse that they could have closed that gap back up. But even still, I mean, it all ended up working out in the end anyway, luckily. I mean, Egypt's army comp wasn't terrific. There were no elite units. Seleucid definitely had a wonky build that just too many Thurio spears, way too many, especially for a land battle. Like I could understand if you're in a Discord server with your buddies and you can communicate with each other really well, so you can effectively utilize the Thurio spears and you can support your allies and whatnot. But the way that he used them was just, that was not the way to use Thurio spears. They're definitely, without a doubt, a support unit that can occasionally be thrown in to hold the line if you're retreating. And then, yeah, Arverni was definitely unfortunately for him. Our Fernie was a new player and got thoroughly trounced, but hey, what are you going to do? Gotta shit your pants before you can use the toilet, right? Alright, anyway, that is it for me. Look at all my replays here. So many. Poo. I know. Ow, ow, ow. Mistake. LOL. Lame. Holy hell. Holy poo. Man. I am a child. But anyway, that is going to be it for me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. I certainly did. I'm really hoping to see more from the two elephants, but hey, what are you going to do? With that being said, have a great day, morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are while you're watching. Just have a good one. Peace out, guys.